Here we go, episode 32, uploaded, coming at you as we get down to business, getting a little bit closer to another weekend. Kentucky Derby prep races, so let's not waste any time. We got a big race coming up this week. There's only one coming up this weekend. It is the Biggie at Tampa Bay Downs, the Tampa Bay Derby. Grade 2 event coming up on Saturday. 50 points for the winner. Yeah. Field of 7 runners, and it's a really interesting field because there's a little bit of everything in this field. We'll talk about them quickly from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. We start with Owen Almighty to the inside. Hey, we know this horse is tough. Just barely lost last time out in the Sam F. Davis. He was up there, part of the pace, dealing with John Hancock. And John Hancock put forth a great performance, fought back, and prevailed. It's now third off the layoff for Owen Almighty, and I think he's going to be in a perfect spot with Irad Ortiz Jr. to the inside. I don't know if he's going to dictate the pace, but he's going to be a part of the pace, and that's important. Because the next two horses, they need some pace big time. Chance McPatrick and Hill Road are both deep closers. Hill Road is more of a turf horse, ran great in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Chance McPatrick is a multiple graded stakes winner who just had one bad race, and that was that race in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So now they both return off the layoff. Details on that coming up after we take a look at the entire field. Brodeur is the 4, as in Martin Brodeur. He's got some speed. Jose Ortiz will ride. You know, I actually think that Jose Ortiz is far more effective on the front end than Irad Ortiz Jr. is. So we'll see what Jose chooses to do, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get out of there and try and get position and make some things happen. Another runner that needs something to run at, and it's really a mystery. I don't know what Filoso is going to do. I don't know what to expect from this runner. He's a closer. I just don't know if he's good enough. He's also been off since the end of November last year for Chad Summers, so he's probably going to need one. But we've seen a lot of these horses coming back off of the layoff the last couple of weeks, and they've been really, really effective. So we'll see if it sets up properly for Filoso, the 3-year-old son of City of Light. All right, then there's Naughty Rascal. Naughty Rascal, the 6, is really interesting because this horse had the absolute perfect stalking position in the Sam F. Davis. And for whatever reason, he just could not kick it in when they turned for home. Now, it may have been because it was his first time going the mile in a 16th and 2 turns, and so that probably was a little much for him on that day. But he had the perfect spot, and I'm expecting Sammy Camacho, the rider, to do the exact same thing, to try to put that horse in the stalking position behind Brodeur, and of course Owen Almighty to the inside. He might even try to be a bit more aggressive. You know, last time he tried to keep up with the speed horses of John Hancock and Owen Almighty, but he just couldn't do it. So we'll see if he'll try to be a bit more aggressive and engage, or if he'll try to sit in that spot again and then turn for home. All right, and then to the outside, the biggest mystery of this field is Patch Adams. Patch Adams was your post-time favorite in the Grade 3 Southwest back at the end of January at Oaklawn Park. He did not have a good trip, didn't really seem like he was comfortable on that track, and then Speed King kind of ran him off their feet and took them all the way around. You know, before that, Patch Adams had won his maiden breaking score by 10 plus lengths. So it was a very impressive performance at Churchill. Anytime you see a horse that has either broken the maiden at Churchill or won any race at Churchill, especially if they're going a route of ground, you have to pay attention to that. Patch Adams has something to offer. The only question is Saturday the day where he is able to run his race? Okay, so that's a kind of a cursory glance at the entire field. But as we approach it and get closer to Saturday, you have to find something to sort of put your faith in or trust. And in this situation, I think that we can trust the trainer, Chad Brown. He's an outstanding trainer, multiple Eclipse Award-winning trainer. He crushes all the time, especially when turf horses, but he also has really good dirt runners. And now he's got these 2 runners that are coming back off the layoff, and it's something that Chad does very well. When horses are either coming to his barn for the first time, like Hill Road, he wins at 30%. That's really good. And when horses are coming back off the layoff, like Chancer McPatrick is, he's winning at like 23, 24%. That's good as well. Both horses come in with really, really good series of workouts. So we have to decide, you know, are we going to trust in that? And I say, yeah. Those are the horses to watch. Now, I don't know if Hill Road is ready, right? Because he needs something to run at, and he's also not really proven, if that makes any sense. He's only done this on the dirt one time, and that was in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And that could be a total anomaly. He may not even be a horse that really wants to run on the dirt. It could have just been that day was his day. So you can't come back on a day like this Saturday and play Hill Road because you have absolutely no idea what horse you're getting. But you can come back on Saturday and play Chancer McPatrick because it's a horse we've already said, multiple graded stakes winner, was undefeated before he got into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So we know the horse runs well fresh. And we can just go ahead and put a line through that situation because it was a bias. You only had a couple of horses that were able to close on that track during the course of the weekend. So Chancer McPatrick just maybe had a bad trip, didn't get what he wanted. He may not have enough of a setup as far as the pace is concerned, but I don't think he needs it. I just think he needs to sit and get clear. And once he gets that clear space to run, I think he'll be making a really strong move in the stretch. And so that is the horse that we're going to go with on Saturday. Now, Saturday's card at Tampa is incredible. Late pick 5 is going to be bonkers, like completely nuts. So you're going to have to use a little bit of ammunition, which means you're going to need to pad that bankroll. So let's go ahead and build up your bankroll on this Thursday. And the best place to do that is the Devil's Playground, right? Because all you got to do is hit it one time. When we say Devil's Playground, we're only talking about one place. That's Turfway Park because it's absolutely bonkers there. But we'll play the late pick 5 on this Thursday, March the 6th, a 50-cent play because we're going to need some coverage, all right? And as you can take a look at what's happening here with our play, what we're trying to do, is kind of accomplish a couple of things at once, right? You want to make sure that you are covered with your pace scenario, and you want to try to find some closers that could be in the mix to make their move from off the pace. It's a really, really interesting card, and I'm just going to have one single in the sequence. And if I'm singling at Turfway Park, it's only going to be one rider that I will single, and that's my man, Fernando de la Cruz. And he's got a really nice horse by the name of I Like Him. That's the number 7 that we've singled in race number 9. I like him. First time, last time out. Oh, actually, it was second off the layoff, rather. But it was a really nice performance. Sat off the pace, made that move, ended up being second that day. I think with the presence of Quarter Flash to the outside, who I think has some pace, Systematic, the 9, who I also think is going to bring some pace to this particular thing, and of course the 2 runners that faced off last time. Second Exchange, that's the 4 in race number 9, got some speed, and right next to him, King's Legacy, that's the 3. They both hooked up last time out, set it up for the run from off the pace from I Like Him, and now I think he gets a bit more pace to run at here, and I think he's going to be in the perfect spot. Everything else is just coverage. Race 6, we go 3 and 9. 3 is a horse that was really impressive coming off of the pace to break the maiden in race number 6 last time out. And now the runner was claimed by Brad Cox. So I really feel like he's going to be in a great spot to make some things happen. It's a Unraptured who won. It wasn't a maiden breaking score. It was just a nice performance last time out. From off the pace, Brad Cox claims the horse. I think they'll be in the right spot, but they're going to need some pace to run at. And the 9, Hijack the Party, is a horse that always gets the lead. Question is, can he hold on in the race number 6? And I think he can. Race number 7, you get some coverage again, 1, 4, 6. Race number 8, get coverage again, 1, 2, 4, 7. Race number 9, we single the 7. I like him because I like him. And then you get to race number 10. Interesting. The 11, all the way to the outside. And race number 10 is fast, fast, fast. The question is, can he keep it going in that race? And I don't know if there's going to be anyone else to challenge Son of a Gray to the outside. Just broke the maiden last time out and gets a slight turn back in distance. I think that puts them in a great, great spot. But there are some interesting closers in there. And also Xander, the 6, in race number 10 with Sophie Doyle. She's riding great. And I think she'll make the right decision like she seems to do all of the time. And I think they'll be in an interesting position to make their move turning for home. And of course, if there's ever any doubt, I got to use my guy, Fernando de la Cruz, general issue to the inside. Should be pressing and could be in a really, really nice spot to pick them up when they turn for home. That's how we do it. We'll play the 50 cent, and with all those horses, it is a $36 play. And if we hit that, we're going to be in great shape coming into the weekend. And like I said, the weekend's going to be really, really interesting. Coming up on Friday, we'll give you our plays for the entire card on Tampa on Saturday. And I'm telling you, that late pick 5 is going to be crazy. It's going to be what we call a life-changing score because there's going to be so many horses. It's full fields and really, really competitive. And even that Tampa Bay Derby, I don't know if anyone can single in that race, so you're going to have to use some ammunition there. All right, that'll do it for this episode number 32. In the meantime, in between time, and until next time, we'll see you here on Horse Race Bets. I'm Ken Rudulph. Good luck and enjoy whatever you are into.